ABC, it is Old Metal Rocker 65 here with a mail update. Some stuff I have been acquiring over the last about a week and a half. Some vinyl, a couple cassettes, and the rest are CDs. I got a bunch of stuff coming in. I know it's going to all get here at one time. But anyway, I'll show you the cassettes. Some of these are hole fillers that I had been missing, and the first one I'm going to show you is my favorite guitarist of all time, Tommy Bolin. I'm getting very close to having just about everything, which has taken me a long time. But I didn't have this, so I had to go look for it. And I didn't have the Tommy Bolin teaser on cassette. And I had just got done with a re-edited version of Tommy Bolin collection series that I do periodically. And I forgot to add on to that my excuse me, Deep Purple Come Taste the Band, and the other one was Billy Cobham, Spectrum on cassette. I forgot I had those. So as a result, I went to look for James Gang Bang and Miami on cassette. I found the Bang, but the Miami is a bit pricey, but I don't know if I'll get it or not. Just see if it drops in price. So anyway, yeah, this is part of the Tommy Bolin solo series here, from first album he come out as a solo artist back in what was it, about, well, he was doing some recording, I believe, for these two albums, for this album anyway, around 74, possibly 75. And but it's a great solo album. I prefer the other one just a bit, Private Eyes. I mean, they're so equal. And so I'm glad to add this to the collection here. And then I picked up, I'll save this one for last, since it's going to be part of a collection anyway. So then, this is some new stuff, new thrash. I picked up here, where did this come out of? I believe this came out of Canada, if I'm not, yes. It came out of another killer thrash band out of Canada, called Infrared Manifestation is the CD. I believe that's all they have are CDs for now. But man, this is real. It's a little bit modern thrash, but still, it has more of the old school thrash. But anyway, Infrared with Manifestation. And now these were part of a sale that Heaven and Hell was having. He posted it on Facebook, God, I want to say about 2 weeks ago. He's getting rid of some inventory, so he needed to clear some space out, so he had a special going on, 11 CDs for 20 bucks, you know, and then whatever the shipping was. So I did it, and out of the 11 CDs that I got, 9 of them I did not have. So these are the ones that I did not have. This here is Dan Jeffrey Century. This come out in 2020 on Heaven and Hell Records. This is Rock Forever and Roll Till I Die from Century. Or from Dan Jeffrey's Century, I should say. But have not heard it yet. I got it in rotation on my CD player. Number 2 was, when I seen this, I said, nah, I don't know if I'd like this or not, but it's looked like rocker, so of course it's on Heaven and Hell. This came out in 2018, so it's about coming up on 7 years now. This is a band called Shake the Faith, or Shake the Faith, yeah. Again, it's on rotation in my CD player. This time I'm keeping a running order behind me on my CD rack, so I know I don't have to go searching for the CDs. I don't know why I never did that before, but anyway, so yeah, Shake the Faith. Next, I could have swore I had this. I looked and looked and looked, and evidently I did not. I don't know what happened. If I do, it's somewhere, but anyway, this is a band called Boys, but it's spelled B-O-I-Z-E, and this is We Ought to Know. This came out in 2018 on Heaven and Hell Records. So, every now and then I'll buy a ton of CDs that are on sale, and for the most part I get pretty lucky. So, this one I've seen, where the heck did I see it at? Was it over at Napalm Records or Nuclear Blast? It's one of them two labels that were showing this, I'm almost sure. Or maybe it wasn't these guys. But anyway, this is a Heaven and Hell's release as well, 2017. And this is White Boy and the Average Rat Band with We May Meet Again Someday. So, could be hard rock, could be metal. I think that these guys are more hard rock in nature, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, yeah, I did have this in my collection. And I did not have this as well. Came out in 2021. And it is from a band called Terror Boulevard. And Can You Handle This? Albany Street Trash is what they call themselves, basically. Yeah, it's the name of the album, actually. But looks killer, in rotation. These are actually the order I took them out. So anyway, this one here, I've seen people show this CD. I don't think it's on vinyl. I don't think a lot of this that I show from Heaven and Hell. Well, I think he does sell vinyl, but I'm not sure how much vinyl he puts out. Anyway, I've seen this on other videos throughout the VC. I think maybe one or two, or maybe it was on a website, or somebody on Facebook showed it. But anyway, I didn't have this, and the band is Cruella. Vengeance is Mine. Come out in 2017. Some Cruella. I did not have any of this. It's come out in 2022, so it's a fairly newer release, a couple years old. But this is a band called Subliminal Shock. If you know Heaven and Hell, they cater to melodic rock, melodic metal, heavy metal, probably some thrash, but hard rock a lot. But I've not heard this in rotation. And the last one I did not have, and this is actually the first CD I did put on when I've been sitting in my metal cave. This is a band called the Tongue Bandits. Kind of a racy cover probably for a lot, but nothing wrong with it. The Tongue Bandits, so it's come out in 2021. So that's the 8 or the 9 I kept out of the 11. The two that I did not keep, I'll show you. I have them right here. One of them is Texas Metal Outlaws. That's one I have. I have this also on vinyl. Just straightforward heavy metal. And I did not have, well, I had this one. This is really good. Four Large Men, the Bad Boys Rockin', or yeah. Don't let the name fool you. It's a killer album. So these are going to somebody. And now I got couple more CDs. I'm going to save the one here that I have. I'm not going to show you last because it'll be with the vinyl. Anyway, again, this is something that I had to add to my Tommy Bolin, ever-growing Tommy Bolin collection. In fact, I ordered another CD today, not a live one, but I did order a live CD, a live Deep Purple with Tommy Bolin. I think it was live in Pittsburgh. I can't remember right offhand. And then the other one was a 2-disc set. I've never seen it before, and so it was a decent price. And of course, these I bought as well. I did not have these. I was kind of in the dark about these, you know, and I've been going over Tommy Bolin's Discog sites for a long time, and I do it quite frequently, always looking to update stuff. Of course, one of my update videos included a couple of box sets from Tommy Bolin The Ultimate. Well, this CD I'm going to show you is what they call a selections from the Ultimate, kind of it's a five song CD in digipack, and I picked this one up for $5, and there's the Ultimate here. Just five songs on there. It is a teaser, of course. That's off the solo album, People off of teaser as well. Getting Tighter, that's off of Come Taste the Band from Deep Purple. Standing in the Rain from James Gang and the Bang album. And So Busy from Going Back to Colorado by Zephyr. So, and all those are on the cassette box set, the CD box set, and the vinyl box set, which I am getting close to acquiring it. But anyway, this here, I have another one coming that's sealed, just like the two box sets up there. One is open, but the cassettes are sealed, and the other box is totally sealed, never been opened. As far as I can tell, looks like the original shrink. But anyway, so I have another one of these coming as well. And now I'm going to show you some vinyl, and one of the last things I'll show you is a product I'm going to recommend for anybody who plays vinyl and they have a problem with static. I'll show you what I'm going to recommend. Anyway, so for the vinyl, I picked up the debut album from I do believe they have an EP, but they're from Pittsburgh, the same area as Lady Beast, and there's a few other killer bands out of that area. Well, there's a lot of killer bands out there, but this band is out of the Pittsburgh area, and this is their debut, Vicious Blade with Relentless Force. A killer album, female vocals, purple. This was on, let's see, what is this one on? I can't think of it, but anyway, killer black and thrash, female vocals. Just think of like Lotharo, a Canadian band, Mortillery, which is a Canadian thrash band. Both are female fronted, so similar in style, but yeah, this is a great album. Check it out. And then this I bought because I was watching Keep It True Festival here a couple weeks back. They were showing highlights. So I seen this band here playing on one of the videos, and I like what I heard, so like I always do, I always go searching out. I did find a place to buy this, but it was overseas. And anyway, it is Writhen Hilt and Ancient Sword Cult. More epic metal in nature, but it still retains that new wave of traditional heavy metal as well. But very good epic metal here. And it's on Jawbreaker Records. I think they're out of Finland or Sweden. I've gotten a few albums from their label, and I mean, decent prices. Shipping doesn't really, it isn't all that skyrocketed like a lot of sites over there, but Writhen Hilt, this only has 4 tracks, so it's like an EP, but good stuff. And then the last one I'm going to show you, it is part of a 3-pack or a bundle pack I picked up over at Shadow Kingdom. Here I pre-ordered this probably a month and a half, 2 months ago, and it is the 3rd album from the 3-piece with ex-members of Exhumed, Carcass, let's see what else here, Spirit Adrift, and Gruesome. So 8 tracks, that's basically all they do, is 8 tracks per album mostly on, and this is their 3rd release, but I'm talking about Pounder. And Thunderforged is their latest release. Of course, I have the cassette. I've been really buying a lot of cassettes lately. But killer stuff, straightforward heavy metal. Probably I've heard this 3 or 4 times already, and it's their 3rd album, and it is a little bit better than the previous 2. A little heavier in areas, but again, just straightforward heavy metal. But Pounder, but it's on the Shadow Kingdom label. In addition, I picked up the CD for my vehicle. And yeah, this is a really good album. I definitely recommend this. And then the last vinyl here is also the Pounder vinyl. Man, you gotta love the artwork on a vinyl. I mean, it's nice and big, 12 by 12, a little bigger probably, 12 and a quarter. But this is kind of on a, let's see, what is it? It's kind of a, not really a clear, but a, well, an opaque and black splatter. Looks gray, but, or it looks like olive or green, but it's not. But anyway, the 3rd release from Pounder. Good stuff. And the last one is a product I'm going to recommend. I don't know how many of you use this style of a turntable mat. I have them on all my turntables except my Fluence RT85. I don't need one on there. It's all acrylic, so I don't get any static at all. But if I did, I'd put one on there. I do have an extra. But anyway, this is a whitetail hide deer mat, and it is made by Jake's Premium Leather Anti-Static Turntable Mats. And they are good. No static whatsoever comes out of these. And but they come in their own little album. But anyway, here is the product here. You know, it's I'm sure beef hide would probably be the same. I don't know, but this is the deer hide, and it works great. I highly recommend it. You can go over to Amazon, just punch in Jake's turntable mats, and it should pop up for you. I think I paid 28 bucks, and well worth the money and the investment to keep static away. That way you probably don't have to use a lot of zero stat, or I use a it's like a brush. You just plug it into the ground, and it has a long wire that goes into the brush itself, and it works great. But yeah, I recommend this. So anyway, guys, that is all I have for this update. Who knows, I might be back sooner rather than later. But anyway, you got any comments, leave below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and hit the like button. And we'll see you next time. And keep it loud, keep it heavy, and keep it metal.